day 2, you are required to go over the motions. Okay, so you first write down the acronym for each one. So postpone indefinitely, amendment, commit or refer, postpone indefinitely, limit or extend, or previous question, and lay on the table. Okay. You then explain that order of precedence goes up. Okay, which means that lay on the table over any other subsidiary motion has precedence over. Okay, parliamentary postpone indefinitely has the most ones that it yields to, other than the main motion. Okay, main motion is its own little being up here, but it also is the lowest ranking motion. First, you would have students tell you what each one of these means. Okay, so what does a main motion mean? It basically means that you are introducing a new subject. Okay. You then ask, what does postpone indefinitely mean? They should have done this the day before in your day 1 notes of figuring out what the definition was for each of these. Okay? So postpone indefinitely kills the main motion. Okay? That means you don't want it, you need to get rid of it. Let's get rid of this. I don't want to consider it. No, I'm done with it. Okay? You say this motion by saying, I move to postpone this motion indefinitely. You need a second. There can be debate, and a 2/3 vote is required. During contest, I would not suggest passing this motion. Next is amendment. What does an amendment do? Well, it adds to, strikes out, or has a combo. Basically, it changes the motion in some way. Okay? Say your motion is, I move we have a turkey jerky fundraiser. You can amend it by, I move to have a turkey jerky fundraiser and add on in November. Okay? You can easily strike out fundraiser, and you can easily add on a date. Okay? You need to figure out if the amendment is able to be placed on the certain thing. Okay? Your postpone indefinitely cannot be amended, so just be aware. Okay? Next is commit or refer. This basically allows a committee to do more research on something. So this is normally stated when you don't have enough information. So say you need more information on funding, or say you need more information on the place that you're having it or something like that, and you say, hey, I want to just send it to a committee, then we'll know more. Okay. For this one, I would suggest saying, I move to refer this to a committee of 3 appointed by the chair with the power to act. Okay. Adding on that without the power to act allows them to not come back to the regular meeting and just figure it out yourselves. Okay. Not adding that just refers it to a committee that's supposed to report back in the next meeting. Next is postpone definitely. Postpone definitely is sets the motion for a different time. Okay. You need to make sure that you set a time for the next motion. So I move to postpone this motion definitely to the next meeting. Okay. This is a really easy one to do at the end if you are running out of time and you want to pass it real quick. This is an easy one to just stop in the middle of stuff. So say you have like 20-30 seconds left, pass this guy and be done. Don't pass previous question and try to get through all of that. That will take longer and you'll go over time. Okay. Next is limit or extend. So limit and extend allows you to limit debates, so decrease debates, which is originally 2 debates per person per motion. You can limit it to 1, or you can extend it to 3. So basically you add or subtract debates. Okay. You can say, I move to limit the debates to 1 debate per person per motion. You also can set a time limit on it in a regular voting meeting. Okay. You can add debates by saying, I move to extend the limits of debate to 3 debates per person per motion. If you do that, be aware that you need to add more debates to your contest, or else it just looks silly about why would you add more if you were okay with just doing 2 each. Okay. Next is previous question. So previous question makes people vote. Okay. I tell my kids to do this around the 9:30 minute mark, just so that you can have that minute to pass previous question, go through all the motions, and be done. Okay. Previous question basically goes previous question, and previous question has been called. All those in favor, vote. So it's a 2/3 vote because it's restricting your members' voting rights. Again, I would say at like 9 minutes 30 seconds to pass this one. I wouldn't do it any sooner, just because the more time you can use, the more time you can debate, the better. But also, if it looks like you're going nowhere and your debate's just not doing well and no one's doing the right thing, I would suggest doing this just to get out of it. Okay? Finally, your lay on the table is your last one, the subsidiary motions, which basically allows the option to set everything on the table because something is happening. Okay, something urgent is happening, so you need to put stuff on the table. Okay. So you would say, I move to lay this motion on the table in lieu of our guest speaker. Or, I move to lay this motion on the table seeing that the catering has just arrived. Okay? Basically, you are trying to just put it on the table and leave it. Okay? This is another motion I would suggest doing at the end so that you can be able to have that extra time. If you need an extra motion, you have to adjourn. Okay? I would not pass this at like the 5 minute, 6 minute mark, again, unless you are floundering and not doing well. So that would be day 2. They would then go into the standard descriptive characteristics of each in a group. So just be aware of that.